I am supposed to be doing a 30-day singing challenge. It's been a little bit crazy. I just posted day 3. I'm supposed to be at like day 20. Life happens, and I'm sharing that because it's a thing that a lot of people go through, so I'm not giving up. It just was on pause for a little bit because there was two things really, and one was because my chest started hurting a lot. The doctor actually said it was like a mild anxiety attack. I haven't had that experience before, but I'm like, you know what, that checks out because I have been stressing about a lot of things. But I'm healthy, I'm good, my heart's okay. I just needed to rest and take a break from a lot of things for a couple of days, maybe a week. I wasn't warming up because every time I would breathe, it would slightly expand my chest and it would kind of hurt. So before I had gone to the doctor, I was worried about like maybe I shouldn't even do nothing. So yeah, so I didn't do singing. So that was one reason. The other reason is because, of course, the other one that I always do, I get self-doubt. It was mostly because I didn't know how to share that 30-day experience without being so boring. So I'm like, how can I make it more entertaining? How can I make it so that it's not just me warming up for 30 days? And so it kind of like just made me just overthink it. My classic overthinking. I did the warm-ups. I just didn't do anything beyond the warm-ups really. So now I have something in place, and I have a schedule for the 30 days on knowing what I can do with my voice on those 30 days besides just warming it up. And like it'll be a fun thing. Then there was also protests and all that. I had to do my duty as an American citizen. That added to the stress. Now I'm like, okay, it's time for me to get back to my singing. There are 3 things that I really learned when you get to that point of stopping a challenge or stopping a goal that you've been wanting to do. So the first thing I learned is that self-doubt and fear of failure and second guessing yourself, that's always going to come. It came again while I was going through it. And I'm like, you know what? I've dealt with this before, and I'm going to get past it. Just like allow those feelings to come, allow them to happen. Just don't stay in them. Don't let them, take over. Don't let them hold you back. It's literally your brain trying to come up with some idea for your next move, and it's like you're getting so worried about things, but really you're really just trying to think of what to do next, and you're kind of freaking out and getting overthinking. So as long as you keep at it and make sure to go to sleep when you should be going to sleep. I know that as an overthinker, you can just lie awake and think of all the things that you could be doing when really you just need sleep. I realize that once I get sleep, I'm a little okay and I stop overthinking everything. And then number 2 is to talk to somebody about it. It doesn't have to be about your specific goal, but just bring up the subject. There's sometimes a conversation when you have with somebody that things just kind of naturally come into topic. And it could be one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, I'm having a hard time sticking to a goal or whatever it may be. But just talking about it is very helpful. And it's also helpful to either journal that too, or what I do too if I don't have anyone to talk to, is I literally go on ChatGPT and I'm like, yo, ChatGPT, help me, come up with some ideas. It's not always right on point, but it starts my brain thinking of different ideas. So it kind of gets me over that hump of overthinking myself, and it just kind of it's more like, instead of overwhelming overthinking stuff, it's like okay, I can do this and this, and then I'll write it down. Sometimes I don't even do them, but the fact of like writing them down or just getting them out, ChatGPT getting them out, it's it helps fine tune your goals, or fine tune and figure out what you want to do next. And at least you're in motion and you're staying in that, brainstorming phase. And then number 3 is, of course, always remember why you started in the first place. That one is huge. Not just thinking about it, but remembering how you felt when you set those goals. Like, you just like, I have to do this. Like, I can't continue to not do it. And you start feeling almost angry and almost just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I know I could be good at this certain thing. And if I just kept practicing, and that's the thing, is you just have to remember that feeling of why you started in the first place. So, and just channel that again and refuel that desire to start going for your goals. And the thing is, it's gonna come again eventually. You're gonna think about you're gonna go back downhill and getting that self-doubt, second guessing, and the fear of starting. This is an interesting thing that I'm realizing for myself, is that I start over and over and over again, right? And it's usually the first step is always the hardest. But I've done my first step a couple of times now, and so it's pretty easy. And now at this point now, it's the second step that I'm getting hung up on, and that's the part where I have to remember it's okay to feel that fear. It's okay to second guess myself, and it's okay to feel that self-doubt as long as I get past it. And because, it's going to come again. And I know this, it's going to come again for my third step and my fourth step. So it's one of those things that you have to just get over and stop overthinking about it again and talk to somebody about anything, even just your feelings about somewhat in the area of what you are trying to accomplish. And then remember why you started in the first place. Remember the feelings of that frustration, and that disappointment in a way, and just channel that and be like, that's why I'm not going to quit. It's going to happen at every step, unfortunately, but it's normal. That's normal. I feel like that's how artists, it's just natural for them, and because they are continuing to grow and grow, and each step gets harder and harder, and if they don't stand strong, then they won't get past those steps. And this is where we got to keep doing those hard things and know that the self-doubt will come, and know that the fear of failure will come. But don't try to change your course because it's hard. Don't try to let the fear of second guessing yourself and self-doubt keep you down, and don't try to think of another goal to accomplish. Stick to this one. So this is why I am sticking to my 30 days. I might have to kind of go back, I'll start from about day 4 and go from there. My voice is still struggling. It still feels tight after 1 or 2 songs, and so I basically, I have to start at like day 4, which is fine. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna quit. Just repeat.